You are on the 4th episode in a 5-part series. In episode 1, you learned that you must keep the energy moving every 7 to 10 minutes. And the way to do that is to follow the CETA, C-E-T-A acronym. In today's episode 4, you'll learn how to use the T, which stands for think.
Okay, so you said that the best presentations are not about you and they're not about your content. So who the heck are they about?
Yeah, exactly. They're about your audience, Tim.
Okay.
See, your job as a presenter is to deliver your content in a way that gets your audience thinking about themselves.
Okay, so tell us what that means and how our viewers can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So have you ever been to a presentation where it feels like the presenter is talking all about themselves?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, exactly. I went to one of those about 5 years ago, and I was excited about this presentation. The presenter had great credibility, and I couldn't wait to learn from her. But I was really disappointed. Her stories were all about her. And I remember thinking, well, that's really great for you, but what about me?
Yeah, but if you're the presenter, I mean, these are your stories, aren't they about you? How do you go about changing that in your material?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is where the paradox with speaking lies. Your content and your stories are largely about you, but they have to sound and feel like they are about the audience. One of the ways to do that is to sprinkle what I call thinking questions into your content and stories.
Okay, thinking questions.
Thinking questions. So for example, I have this story about Mr. Smith, my 9th grade acting teacher. And so the way that I tell this story is, just to give you a little background, I was really into acting, and then my 9th grade acting teacher told me that I stunk.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Positivity.
Yeah, exactly. And it totally broke my heart. Okay, so as I'm telling this story, I will say, I got up there, I was all excited to read the scene for Mr. Smith, and he looked at my reading partner, my theater partner, and said, "Jennifer, well done. You could be the next Meryl Streep." Right now, Meryl Streep back in the 80s was like the it girl. So I'm thinking, what do you think I'm thinking?
Still pretty highly regarded.
Still pretty highly regarded, exactly. And I just aged myself. I just dated myself. I'm gonna do the math. But anyway, so what do you think I'm thinking when he tells her she could be the next Meryl Streep, and I was the lead in the play the previous year?
Yeah,
so,
that's a shot.
Right, so I'm thinking, who's he gonna say I can be? So he looks at me and he says, "Deirdre, that stunk." And
in front of other people?
Yeah, I was devastated.
I can't imagine.
Right, exactly. I was totally devastated, and maybe you have felt that way. Have you ever felt that way in your life, where someone
you put yourself out there
something
and you're expecting one result and you get something that's not what you expected? Now what?
Exactly. Okay, so what we just did was I asked thinking questions. I said, what do you think I was thinking when he said you could be the next Meryl Streep, right? So I got you engaged, and then I said, oh, he said you stunk. Oh, I was devastated. Have you ever felt that way?
And now it brings up memories for me that put me right into your situation, exactly. And I relate to you.
Yes.
I get it.
Get it? So that story was about me, but it wasn't really about me. The point was to get you thinking about you and where you have felt that way.
We can all relate.
Exactly. So that's the beauty of the thinking questions. And when you do this, you hit a home run, because people are engaged and they will remember you when you leave if you get them thinking about themselves.
That obviously is great content. I almost feel bad, but I still want a bonus.
You need a bonus.
You said there'd be a bonus.
Exactly. Today's bonus is going to walk you through how to create these thinking questions. So to get it, go to crazygoodtalks.com/crazygoodtalks.com/bonus and the number 17. And then join us in episode 5, where we're going to wrap up this series and you're going to learn how to use the final piece of the CETA formula. Until then, be blessed and make it a crazy good day.
I got to go get the bonus.
Yeah, go get the bonus.